Welcome to Coffee Time, a show that focuses on three important ingredients: your favorite celebrity, intriguing conversation, and of course, a cup of coffee. I'm your host, Alexis Morgan. Follow me as I dive into the innermost secrets of our guest during our one-on-one conversation and discover something that you probably didn't know. This should get very interesting, so sit back, relax, and don't forget your cup of coffee.
It's more than the driver. It's more than the car. For Lotus F1T, the winning edge starts with the cloud, powered by Microsoft Dynamics, Azure, and Office 365. The team can analyze and share data from over 200 sensors, working in sync to make the calls that make the difference between winning and losing. This is the Microsoft Cloud.
Welcome back to Coffee Time. I'm Alexis Morgan. Today's guest started in the music business as a background singer. He has written for artists such as Chris Brown, Britney Spears, Carrie Hilson, and Justin Bieber. In 2011, he released his first mixtape. The album featured the hit single I Want You, which earned him a Grammy nomination. Keeping the momentum alive, he followed up with his second project, Whispers in the Dark, in 2012. This immediate success prompted him to work on his debut studio album that is slated to release later this year. Without further ado, I would like to welcome Luke James. Luke, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So I interviewed you last year. You were fresh off of the Mrs. Carter tour, and now you're here. Your long-awaited debut album is slated to come out September 23rd. It's definitely been a long time coming. How are you feeling now that it's only a few months away?
Right now it's just preparation and work, lots of work, making sure everyone knows that the album is coming out on the 23rd of September, and just, you know, just keeping up, I guess.
So your single Options featuring Rick Ross, was that kind of inspired by your own dating life?
Definitely. It definitely was it's a very personal song. Yeah. So I mean, most of my songs are personal records from experience or something that I've heard that I can relate to. So yeah, Options is definitely a personal record.
So you worked your way into the music business by being in the background, and I remember you saying it was kind of like a low point in your life because you were born to perform, you were born to be in the audience. So what kind of positives have you taken from starting from the bottom and really kind of working your way up to where you are now?
Well, steps that I've taken, it's just a matter of just saying no. Mm-hmm. You know, learning how to say no and be okay with the backlash that comes with that. You know, just the struggle. You know, singing background, that was a way of, you know, making a living, and writing songs as well. But writing songs is like a hurry up and wait kind of situation, unless you're the top writer in the game. So I had to just be, you know, I guess confident in my decision that I was going to make it to the forefront. And
what do you think really helped you make it to the forefront?
I guess it was my belief in myself, the idea that I was built to be the star. So I think it, I say it over and over and over, and it just happens.
Wow, that's a great mentality to have.
Yeah,
Well, let's take a break. We will be right back with Luke James on Coffee Time.
When I first started drumming as a kid, people started dancing, and I realized I have power in my hands. It's a magical feeling to know that something that you do creatively can affect someone's world. I really can't imagine anything in life that gives me greater pleasure than playing music.
Welcome back to Coffee Time. Now, you're originally from New Orleans. Do you have any specific artist styles that you attribute from the Big Easy?
Wow. I think I embody everything that I've learned in New Orleans. I originally started out playing the sax. I was into jazz a whole lot, and I guess just all the different types of genres that come through New Orleans, whether it be blues, folk, zydeco, bounce music, to soul, gospel. I think I just embody all of those things, and I use it. I use what I've learned, how music just moves people, certain chords, certain things you say, how you sing certain things, and I learned all that in New Orleans. Yeah.
Has anybody ever told you kind of have like a seductive talking voice, and I guess it kind of rubs off when your singing style as well?
No, I've never been told that. That's good. Don't tell me that. I'll take it though.
So with your former group, Luke and Q, you said that you pulled over to where Tyrese was performing to a backstage, and you started singing hoping someone would hear you.
Yeah.
And his manager actually became your manager.
Yes.
Do you ever think about, like, what if you didn't pull over that day?
No, I've never thought about that. I've never thought about what if I didn't. I think either way, I'd still be here talking to you.
Yeah.
I just think it'd just be a different road that I would have gone down. I guess it would have been a different experience, maybe. But ultimately, I always knew I'd be here.
Well, everything in life certainly happens for a reason.
Oh yes, definitely. I'm grateful. So grateful.
So how has the adjustment been? You went from the South, then you moved to LA to start your music career, and now you're here in New York City. This is like this is a big league.
This is sharks. There's sharks everywhere. Yeah. You know, I was always a kid. I'm only child, so I was always a kid who dreamed big and always imagined what was outside of New Orleans. What did the rest of the world look like? And so I couldn't wait after I graduated from high school. I mean, myself and my other two brothers, we couldn't wait to leave New Orleans and just, you know, explore the world. And LA was that for us. It was awesome. It was a great experience. And then I was blessed to be casted in a movie that I did last year called Black Nativity. And I was looking for change within that moment around that time. And this landed on my lap, and we called to New York. I got to New York, we shot the movie, and I just never left.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were talking to me earlier about longboarding. Tell the viewers about some of the things you do outside of singing.
Outside of singing, I longboard. That's a form of skateboarding.
A little bit of Cali. You're
Yeah, it's
a little bit of
Cali. Yeah. But you know, it's a getaway for me. It's fun. I love it. I guess it's similar to people who love riding motorcycles or whatnot. I like to hang with my friends. You know, just kick back and just talk about life and just all different types of things. Get into a lot of craziness. I love women. I like being around women. I love hearing great stories and ideas.
Well, you're in the right place talking to me, of course.
Definitely. I feel like that. I feel like that right now. I don't know. I'm a Gemini, so you never know with me. I go with the flow.
So I'm a Taurus. What does that say about me?
You're pretty headstrong.
Okay, I think I've gotten that before.
Okay. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else. I'm not Cleo or nothing like that. I don't know.
Well, so you're rising to this fame. What are some of these things that kind of keep you humble?
My family, the people around me, and the people who are not, who always check in on me. My fans, they try their best to keep it all the way honest and real with me, I guess, sometimes. I don't know. And also I just think of my journey. I just think of where I came from, and I don't take none of this for granted, honestly. So that keeps me humble.
Well, interesting. So I know that you were a part of the Music Matters campaign. How does it feel to kind of be grouped in the same category with so many talented artists?
It's awesome. It's awesome because a lot of those artists I respect, and I actually listen to their music. I've bought their music before I met them. So it's just awesome to be on, to share the stage with such people, and that title with all those other artists. You know, when you're home and you're just listening to your own music and no one else has heard it, and you're just in your own zone and you're just imagining what it would feel like to perform these songs and to meet all these different people and hear them say they love your music too, and you've been loving their music has inspired you to do what you do. You dream of moments where you can meet people and hear them say those things, and it's a reality for me now. So it's absolutely amazing.
So what's next for you then?
What is next? Well, we're currently trying to take over the world, so definitely.
Who's we?
Oh, my team.
Okay.
My team. Yeah, my team. And a bunch of other people around me. A lot of creative people that I respect musically, and just people of the arts. I just feel like wherever I can, if I can help shine the light on them as well, it means even more for me, you know. So my manager has a great saying, "Share the light, sparkle brighter," and so I try to live by that. And I have a lot of great friends, great people who are very talented and gifted, and so I consider them my team. Just preserving art.
And it's important to have that around you,
yes.
Especially when you have so many things going on.
Yes.
Your album's coming out, so that's really great.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So our fans want to know, like, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me. I was going to say something real. All over the blogs. You can find me Instagram. I do that a lot. It's Wolf James, WOLF James. Twitter, Who is Luke James? I have a website now, which is pretty cool.
I saw it. It's pretty dope. I like
it's
it.
Pretty cool. Yeah, thank you. Island. Oh yeah. Official LukeJames.com. And whatever you fancy, Google or Bing, you just type in my name and hopefully this face will show up.
Did you ever get to a point where you're like, wow, I made it, I'm Googleable?
Yes. No, you know, for a long time I would Google my name and it'd be like a 67-year-old white guy from England, and I was like, wow, I'm flattered. That's amazing. He's me, or I'm him. But no, now it's me. It's awesome.
Now that guy's like, who is this guy?
Yeah, who's taking my place? Wikipedia. Oh, yeah.
That's great. So have you been around the world, and where has been your favorite place to go and tour?
My favorite place to go, I would have to say New York.
Wow.
I love New York.
I haven't met a lot of people that have said that.
No, I love it here. I love performing here. People show out, and there's freedom here. There's people, you know, I just really like this city a lot. It reminds me of home, yet it's still not as judgmental. It's very open. It's a very open place. You can walk the street, you can have a clown suit on outside, and no one will say, oh, he's got a clown suit on. They will say, oh, that's fashionable, or whatever. You know, you can find yourself out here. You can get lost, but you can find yourself out here. And I think that's a necessity in life. You need to take the time to find who you are in order to really find true happiness.
Do you think finding yourself is kind of like a lifelong journey?
It can be. You owe it to yourself. I feel like we're in a movie or something. Yes, you owe it to yourself to find out who you are. I mean, that's the only time you can really truly find happiness. You wouldn't care about nothing else that's going on in the world. When you find out who you are and you're confident in that, nothing else bothers you. Yeah.
If you could describe yourself and who you are in 3 adjectives, what would it be?
Crazy, loving, fearless, I think.
I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we certainly hope the best for you, and we want to thank all of you for tuning into Coffee Time. Join us next time as we continue to share the experiences of our guests over a cup of coffee.